Hey, we're here, man.
Let's do it.
Hey, we're going a little early, Francis, because we got overtime, baby. We got overtime.
OT. OT. What's going on, everybody? Kenny, how you doing? This
Man,
game is stressing me the hell out.
yes, this game is stressing me the hell out. What an amazing comeback by the Tigers in the second half. Secondly, Hassan Abdul Hakim. That was one of the nastier one-on-one moves I've seen in a long time. That was
Super
sick.
tough.
That was sick.
I mean, super tough.
Yeah,
What a
5 minutes.
finish.
5 minutes. The overtime is about to start at 62-62.
I feel like he hung in the air forever.
Yeah,
Forever.
that was
And he
dumb.
just found the English. Woo, what a finish. Vaney got a good look at the end there. Solid open corner three from probably one of their best shooters. Saw the look, just didn't fall for him.
Yeah, that clock felt like it was going forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And I was like, man, okay, the 6 seconds is a lot. It's a lot of time, but that felt crazy.
Yeah.
What a comeback. What
All
a
right.
comeback.
Let's see if they can complete it.
All right, they got the ball. It's 4:57, 6, 5, 4, 3 on the shot on the clock in overtime. Memphis has the ball.
I think I'm ahead of you a little, so I'll pause.
Okay.
Let me know when you see the shot.
Hassan Abdul Hakim with the layup. What a
Perfect.
offensive rebound. That dude
All right.
is filthy. What a ball player Hassan Abdul Hakim is. Getting him back in the fold and acclimated to this team is only going to help. He might be talent-wise, might be the best player in the AAC. Oh, what the hell was that bullshit?
That's fifth on Bradshaw.
Yes.
Man.
All right, it's 4:11. In overtime, Duke Miles just hit a ridiculous dummy, and that wasn't even a foul. Come on, man. He hit a bucket and a foul. Aaron Bradshaw is now out with 5. It's 64-64.
Well, now that Bradshaw's night is done, I want to give him flowers for his defense tonight, man.
Hey,
I know
man.
he fouled out, but this was his best defensive game, in my opinion.
Energy-wise, he was
energy-wise.
Yes.
He defended the perimeter better than I had ever seen him guard the perimeter.
He got matched up against Duke Miles multiple times with 2 minutes left in that game and stifled him the entire time.
Yeah, genuinely more than held his own guarding the perimeter. So, I mean, yeah, he fouled out, but it's also overtime, and let's see how much that cost Memphis, him being out of the game.
Sincere with the ball.
Tough Sincere.
Jumper, tough shot.
That's money.
Sincere's aggressiveness tonight has been welcome. He's not
needed.
Efficiency-wise, he's not been great tonight, but I need him taking that many shots every single game.
Yeah, needed.
He is the one guy outside of Doug McDaniel that can get his shot off.
Come on, man. That's a rake.
That's a push-off, bro.
That's a push-off, and that's I guess we'll see the replay. Oh, it was just a good rake. Man.
Yeah, Sincere has to be that aggressive at all times.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, I don't care if he misses. More shots. I just need him to. We got to miss. Ugly Tanner. That was terrible.
Ugly.
Memphis is up.
Redwood Academy.
Yeah. Memphis is up 66-65. 3:41 left in overtime on my watch.
Yep. Brentwood Academy product, MUS's rival, so,
Tied up, 66-66.
Good pass.
Hassan.
It was after.
Beautiful shot, Hassan. Beautiful shot. Jump ball. What they call it?
Jump ball.
All right. I mean, clearly that was out on the Tigers, but
wait, how did Memphis lose? I swear I don't understand jump ball. I swear I don't, because I could have sworn
They got the possession at the tip off at overtime.
tip of overtime. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Good defense. Man, I'm telling you, the Tigers' switchability on defense tonight has been on lock. They have been
Yep.
so good at it tonight.
Yep.
Tariq,
Good block and Sear. No!
Oh, no, that's a bad call.
No way, that's a bad call.
Review
no,
that.
sir. No, sir.
College refs are terrible.
No, sir. Call your timeout. Challenge that play.
They already lost one. Can they get another one? I don't know. That might have been off
Oh,
Tariq.
shoot.
Please don't call it. I think that was off Tariq.
Okay, yeah. The refs are like, yeah, no coaches challenge because they lost theirs before.
They lost that one. One. Good defense, Sincere.
Oh, it hit.
Went off his arm. It's
off his arm.
Damn it.
Went off his arm. Oh,
damn it.
Losing that one before costing there. Still got to defend. Good pass.
Good Tariq.
Yeah.
Come on. 2:50 left in the game. 68-66 Vanderbilt.
You can dribble again. Not a good shot. I didn't like that. Was not a good shot by Sincere. No ball movement.
Yeah, plenty of shot clock time. That's the thing.
a lot of time. Didn't love that shot. Foul.
Oh, come
on.
Look at this flop. Duke Miles just flopped the hell out of that.
Oh man, that's frustrating.
It's a bad. I mean, look, as somebody who used to ref basketball, refs teach you, like, if someone swipes from behind, you call it, no matter if they touch them or not.
Right.
So there's a bad play by Zach. No need for that, but Duke flopped.
Yeah. Man, that was tough. All right, Memphis must get a good shot on this next possession.
Down by 4, 69, 70-66, 2:26 left in the game.
I need Doug to get this basketball.
Yeah, why is the ball not in Doug's hands right now?
Not sure. Here it comes. Off of a screen. Go. Good pass. Oh, my days. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's a killer.
Plenty of time. 2 minutes left. 2:04, 2:03, 70-66 Vanderbilt.
Oh,
Zach, stop fouling, bro. What are you doing? That is just.
Oh my gosh.
That is just. I mean, egregious fouls by Zach Davis.
That's terrible. I mean, that one's inexcusable. Like there's no excuse for that one at all. There's just no point.
That's just silly. Yeah. That's just silly.
You're fouling an incredible free throw shooter. I mean, oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Man. This feels like one of them overtimes where the better team just executes a little better.
And all they've been doing is making free throws. They haven't had to execute. All their bad. Like Zach didn't play the majority of that last half of the second half, and he came in and just overzealous, man. Just lack of discipline, lack of whatever you want to call it, and just.
I'm talking about more at the very least offensively. Memphis has not gotten good looks.
No.
They've made bad decisions on defense with all these fouls.
Man.
Yeah, Memphis hasn't. Besides that Sincere jumper, I mean, awful shot, but and needed to go up. Jump ball.
Memphis ball.
Man.
Come on. You got to get a bucket here. You have to get a bucket here. Yep. This possession, if they don't get a bucket here, the game is probably pretty much over.
Yeah.
We're talking, this isn't the NBA where they have 24-second shot clocks. They have 30-second shot clocks. So you're literally talking about being able to, like, 3 possessions left.
Got to score.
Good shot.
Yeah. That was a good shot. Vandy bucket here or any points, this game's done. 3-possession game. That was risky as hell. That was risky as hell from Doug. I mean, I know 2.4 left, but my God, that's risky. I mean, my gosh. You never know with these damn college refs. They could have easily called that a foul, and this could have been over.
Oh, God.
That was so scary. Man. Yeah, right. Half-court offense is dried up in the overtime, Kenny.
Yeah, it did.
Just dry.
Well, I mean, that's not how they got back in the game. They didn't get back in the game off their half-court offense. They got back in the game by blitzkrieging Vanderbilt and getting out in transition.
Yep.
But when you're fouling and you're sending Vanderbilt to the free throw line, they don't have to try to break a press, and you're most of the time bringing the ball out of the net. So
yeah, tough. Man, win or lose, man. Still proud of this team. I know we'll get into it, but
yep,
they fought hard. Man. Shout out to everybody tuning into our early Tigers Live while we react to this overtime here. Memphis versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt up 672-66. 58 seconds left. Vanderbilt ball with 2.4 seconds left on the shot clock. Need a stop. More importantly, need the rebound. Need this defensive rebound badly.
You cannot foul. Just play good defense. Make sure contest the shot. Just put your hands up. Don't worry about trying to block the shot. Don't worry about trying to steal the ball. Just make them take a bad shot.
Yep.
Or at least a contested shot.
Yep. Then box out, get this rebound, and Memphis needs points fast.
Yeah, Timo says Vanderbilt's not impressive. They haven't been impressive tonight, I don't think. But I think from what I've seen from them, on average, have been beating teams by 22 points. Like they're a good team.
I mean, at the very least, the team.
I think your mic went out.
Oh, is it back?
You're back now.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying before they weren't super tested and
they called a foul.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, that's the same Jalen Washington that played for North Carolina last year, isn't it? Or 2 years
might
ago?
Be. I generally don't know. You might be right.
Damn. Down by 8, 74-66, 50 seconds left. Nice. Sincere. It's beautiful. I have loved Sincere's aggressiveness tonight.
Yeah, it's needed with no Thedford. Needed.
Yeah, he came in. Jalen Washington came. He was a part of that North Carolina team that came to Memphis for the FedEx for the St. Jude Tip-Off Classic, hoops for St.
Okay.
Jude.
Yeah.
And he looked really good against Memphis. And then I think he just dropped off the rest of the year, like to the point where Hubert Davis benched him throughout the year. Like, I mean, just did not do well for that team.
Yeah.
But now he's at Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Overtime free throws. Vanderbilt 8 of 9. Memphis.
That's the game,
zilch.
bro. That's the game.
That is
literally the points.
Well, odd timeout from Vandy. On the bright side, they didn't advance the ball over half court, so they still have 2 seconds left. If Memphis can force Vandy to catch it on Memphis's side, maybe a turnover. Trying to be positive, you know.
I like it.
Maybe a turnover. Man. Man. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Everyone tuning in live can get to see me have genuine emotional reactions. This is how I react to basically every Tigers game.
You know, the last time we went live like this, it was against Colorado State in the NCAA tournament last year. We went live in the second half, and the Tigers lost that game. We went live in overtime in this game tonight, and it looks like the Tigers are going to lose this game.
It's all your fault, Kenny.
We're never going live ever again.
You're never going live during a game.
I blame your hair. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm jealous of your hair.
Hold up. What? Did they cross half court? Am I tripping? Am I dumb? Do I not know the rule? Someone in the chat.
Did they cross
someone
half
in the
court?
chat, let me know if I'm just being stupid. I swore that they did not cross half court. And so they had about 2 seconds left.
It's 30 seconds left, 74-68. Jalen Washington's at the line again.
Oh, man.
75-68.
Maybe I don't know the rule.
Get it up there. Go. Oh, my God. Hassan, what are you doing?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that about sums up overtime.
Hassan, what are you doing, dude?
That about sums up overtime, man.
Like, Hassan does know they're down by 7, right? Like, you need to shoot a 3. Not throw the ball to a streaking Tarek Ingram with 2 guys surrounding him.
That's crazy.
Chest pass into the paint.
That just summed up overtime.
My God.
Man, that's brutal way to lose that game. I would take losing like this over a heartbreaking 3 at the buzzer, but still, this
All right. What
is
about losing like this or losing by 30 to Louisville?
definitely this every day of the week.
All
Definitely
right, 10
this.
seconds left. 77 to 70. Looks like that's how the
game.
game is going to end.
Okay, that's all she wrote for that one.
All right. We're going to go live for the actual show. Give us 1 second. All right, we'll see y'all on the other side. I think this is it. Yep. City Media presents Tigers Live with Francis Carlotta. Join Francis after every Memphis Tiger game as he breaks down each matchup, player of the game, and upcoming games. Now, let's get to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tigers Live. I'm your host, Francis Carlotta. I'm joined by Kenny Stubblefield coming at y'all after the Memphis Tigers suffer a 70-77 defeat in overtime against the number 13 ranked Vanderbilt Commodores. Kenny, how you doing? What's going on? That overtime sucked.
The overtime sucked. The second half was awesome. The first half sucked. So we had an awesome getting sandwiched by BS, right? The first half and the overtime were not great. Second half was awesome. We'll get to all of it in this show, but shout out to the Memphis Tigers. Even though they took the loss tonight, thought they played with levels of intensity and assertiveness. They actually, it felt like they were playing on their front foot. Like if you're a soccer guy, I don't know a lot of the English lingo about soccer. And it's so funny. Like it sounds good when English soccer announcers say, "Oh, they're playing on their front foot." Right?
Yeah.
That's my English accent.
Oh.
I've heard Pete Pranica say that when the 901 FC were here. He would say, the 901 FC is playing on their front foot. It just doesn't sound as good. But it felt like the Tigers in the second half were playing on their front foot. They were playing with aggression. They were playing with intensity, with purpose, with a level of they were forcing things to happen. It was not that way in overtime.
No, it in fact was the opposite. And, we're going to talk about it all. Like you said, the first half was one of the worst halves of basketball I've seen at really any level.
Yes.
Any level. It was horrible half of basketball. Not even just from Memphis. Vanderbilt was trash too.
Yeah.
They just so happened to make more free throws and hit one more three. But Vanderbilt was just as ass as Memphis was in the first half. Both teams sucked. Second half, Vanderbilt got off to that hotter start, and then as soon as Memphis went down by 11, things changed. Memphis went on a run. They started pressing, forced Vanderbilt to turn the ball over like they've never dribbled the basketball before, like they've never run up and down a court before. It was weird. It's like they all of their basketball skills evaporated. Like the Monstars just took their talent.
Just took all of it.
Just all of it. They looked lost. And Memphis capitalized, which allowed Memphis to get this game to OT.
My kids just got home. I'm gonna go and close the door because they're gonna scream and yell and loud. Keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. No, all good. Yeah, it's the pressure that Memphis put on Vanderbilt in the second half is why we got to overtime in the first place. And credit to Memphis for speeding Vanderbilt up, but also credit to Vanderbilt for adjusting.
Yeah.
Their coach put in Byington, I'm forgetting his first name. Vanderbilt's coach, Coach Byington, put in extra ball handlers to help Vandy break the press. And whenever Memphis tried to press in overtime, it didn't really matter because they were able to break it, and then Memphis would just commit a stupid foul, leading to just crap in overtime. But, we'll talk about it all. We'll break it all down. I see that Roman has joined. Roman,
What up, big dog?
what's going on, man?
What's up? I saw y'all went live for the overtime session.
Roman,
It's Kenny's fault.
How did that go?
Well, let me tell you,
it was all Kenny's fault.
The last time I was telling Francis, we were talking about this. The last time that we went live during a game was in the Memphis versus Colorado State game in the NCAA tournament last year, where they were up by, was it double? Were they up in the first half, and then we went live second half, and they ultimately lost that game. Then we decided to go live. They storm back in the second half, down by 11, and storm back to tie the game on an amazing Hassan Abdul Hakim layup at the buzzer. Well, not really the buzzer, but you know what I'm saying. Layup to tie the game up. And I was like, Francis, we got to go live right now for overtime. Roman, in your professional beat writer opinion, should we ever go live on Tigers Live ever again during a game?
I mean, you can do whatever you want to do because ultimately what you do has no effect on what happens on the court.
I don't know.
If you are a superstitious human being, then maybe you should, steer from it. I'm not superstitious personally, so I don't believe in that kind of thing. But if you do, it may be in your best interest to, steer away from that. But that's not the reason Memphis lost this game ultimately. The reason why Memphis lost this game is because it kind of goes back to what I think you guys discussed a lot on the last Tigers Live after Louisville. What we discussed this week during the On Beat with BCM show. It's just that Memphis does not have the high major talent required to close out these types of games. I think that demonstrated itself in multiple ways down the stretch. This is just another game where I don't know how much it is worth it to really break down what exactly happened in this particular contest play by play, because this all circles back to the basic idea of this season kind of being what it is. Memphis found itself in a particular bind on the basketball side because of what it had to do with the football stadium renovations. It didn't necessarily take away any, money from Memphis, but you can argue that it prevented Memphis from increasing its spending the way that it needed to in order to truly remain competitive with its power conference foes. And games like this are largely a benefactor of that. So for any Memphis fans that are extremely disappointed about this game, I totally understand. All I can say is that they're in an extremely weak league this year, so they still have the opportunity to win that and go to the American tournament. But beyond that, I understand that this just isn't a Memphis Tiger basketball team this year, the way that we're used to seeing. But brighter days are ahead. Next offseason should be better, and they should be able to kind of get back on track, once this year is over. But obviously there's still a long way to go in this season before we get there. American Conference play just 2 days away, 2 weeks away, and Tigers at-large hopes largely gone now, probably.
Well, Roman, let me ask you, the talent gap between last year's teams in the past compared to this year's team, like you said, we've talked about it ad nauseum. We've talked about it a lot. You on Beat with BCM have talked about it a lot as well. So I think we're all pretty aware of that. Even with that talent gap, they still showed a lot of heart and fight in the second half. What did you see that helped Memphis turn the tide in the second half against a solid, nationally ranked number 13 Vanderbilt team?
I do want to give credit to Memphis because you're right. You did see more effort. You did see more heart from them. I think, they largely wanted it more for most of this game. But I think probably the biggest reason this game was what it was down the stretch is because Vanderbilt played poorly. I don't want to, take away from what Memphis did But if you want the true, honest answer of why Memphis was able to keep it close, that's probably the biggest reason why Vanderbilt played by far its worst game of the year.
Well, it's so interesting because like even we were watching the first half, and I love being able to get your perspective and you kind of reacting to the game as somebody who was at the arena when it was going on. That first half was one of the more egregious displays of basketball by both teams.
Oh,
right?
no, it was awful. It was terrible.
Like, and it was so crazy that the Tigers were playing as poorly as they were, and it was 26-20. What was it? 26-20 at half, or 28-22 at half. What was the feeling like in the arena at the intermission when at half? Was it just like, what in the hell is happening?
I mean, it was, dead, apathetic, you might want to say. Some of it was just, in awe, probably, of what exactly we had seen. Because you're right, it was certainly one of the poorest displays of basketball that I've personally ever seen. Maybe the worst that I've seen in person. I've probably seen worse on a television screen. But in terms of games that I have attended and covered in person, that may have been the ugliest display. The only game that I can really think of that rivals it is the Wichita State game here last year.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
I went to when Mikey Williams was committed to and JJ Taylor were committed to Memphis. They played in San Ysidro High School, just south of San Diego, where I live now. And I went to a game and wrote about it for Bluff City Media a couple years ago. That high school game was about the same level of basketball that I saw in the first half of Vanderbilt Memphis. That high school game was ugly. I mean, it's high school basketball. What do you expect? But this first half tonight was just as bad. Like, it was awful basketball from both teams.
Yeah, no, you saw Memphis commit more turnovers with 10 than made field goals, 8 in the first half there. I think that basically tells you everything you need to know. The two teams were a combined 17 of 60 from the floor and a combined, 5 of 28 from 3. So, yeah, no, it was just an awful display. Vanderbilt had 9 total field goals and 8 turnovers in the first half.
Yeah.
So then coming out into the second half, for the first couple of minutes of the second half, it felt like that was when you started to see Vanderbilt start to pull away, right? They were up by 6 at half, and then it got up to, I think the high was 11.
Yes, it was 11.
Yeah.
It was 11.
And then all of a sudden, Penny sent out the bat signal, or he did the caw sign or whatever it was, and they went into a full court press, and it all of a sudden just the game flipped on its head. And it felt like for the large portion of the second half, Vanderbilt was absolutely on its heels, did not know. It looked like they had never seen a press before ever in their life. And Penny stayed in that press pretty much the entire second half to get back into that game.
Well, when Vanderbilt is shooting as poor as they were for most of the contest,
right,
you are allowed to take more gambles defensively, be able to, pressure the ball more, and, rely on more misses from the field there for sure. Mark Bington, the Vanderbilt coach, just pulled in, so I believe I have to depart. Thank you guys for having me as always.
Appreciate you, Roman.
Brother. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh. I love hearing when Roman talks about what was going on inside the arena, right? Like, it's so much fun to kind of know, like, what was the feeling like in there during that first half? Because I was at my parents' house celebrating a birthday of one of my family members, and we were watching the game, and I was just like this the whole time, like, what in the
It's like that. It's that meme or that I say GIF. I don't know if you say GIF. I say GIF. It's that GIF of that 80, like the old woman with her eyes like open, like being forced to watch the television. I think it's like from crap. What movie is that from? It's like that Sandra Bullock movie where they had the band walk around.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't remember the movie.
The birds or something like that.
Yeah,
No,
something.
something. Yeah.
It had something to do with that, but I think it's what it reminded me of. Like we were all, as people who love the Memphis Tigers, cover the team and all that stuff. We had to watch that half of basketball.
Yeah,
we had to, and it's like you're strapped. It's like a form of torture. Like that's something they do in Guantanamo. Is they have people watch that half of basketball, Kenny.
Hey, well, listen.
So bad.
Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and let's talk about the second half, because I do think that there are some things that we can take away from the second half that will provide a little bit of a glimpse of hope, a glimpse of what this team can look like moving forward. But let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do that and then close this thing down. But yeah, shout out to Roman. Enjoy the press conferences. We'll have them up on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel soon. But we'll take a break real quick. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
Would you be in favor of a G5 playoff? I mean, I know you want a seat at the table. I know that there is value right now in being the G5 champ and getting a bid to the playoff. Would you not just rather just have a expanded playoff in the G5 and have like a championship you could actually compete for? Either
I don't know. I don't know. I've kind of always been against that, and I know the reality is that the likelihood of Memphis ever actually making a title in football is basically zero. But I don't know. There's just something that makes it feel
second rate.
Right.
Yeah. I would love to see the European soccer relegation system.
I would be all for that. If you had two separate championships and the champion or the top teams from the G5 had the opportunity the next season to play in the P4, I'd be all about it. I don't think it will ever happen, but that would be awesome.
The SEC would never agree to it.
Yeah.
Tune into the Two Buck Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tigers Live. Before we get into that second half, Kenny, quick insight into my life, like talking to you all about what's going on in my world outside of doing Tigers Live. Yesterday was my 3-year wedding anniversary for me and my wife. 3 years, going strong. Love my wife. Shout out to her, to an amazing person. 3 years yesterday, we celebrated. We went to a really beautiful, fancy, expensive meal place, a fancy restaurant. It was an upscale Filipino place ran by a chef who was a James Beard Award finalist, which is amazing. One of the highest awards you could receive in the culinary world. Great restaurant, amazing food. But Kenny, I love food, as you know. My thing with fine dining is sometimes you go to fine dining, then you leave hungry. Like you don't feel full. You know what I'm saying? And that happens too often when you go to like these fancy schmancy fine dining places. And what do you always say after you leave those places? You're like, I just want a good burger, man.
That's right.
I just want a good burger. I want something that's gonna make me happy.
Fill my belly.
Right, exactly. Something to make me happy, make me feel good. So if you're in the Memphis area, if you're in Colleyville and you go to one of those places that, you eat a meal that leaves you not satisfied, you still want something that will make you happy, go to Mugshots Grill and Bar. It's the South's premier sports grill and bar with 2 locations in the Mid-South, 6400 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, Mississippi, and 656 West Poplar Avenue in Colleyville, Tennessee. Some sports bars, they can be stuffy, the food not satisfying, not fill you up, and the environment not friendly to cheer on your favorite teams, but that is not Mugshots. Mugshots isn't stuffy. It's laughter, high fives, big burgers, and even better company. Check out www.mugshotsgrillandbar.com. Check out their menu or even order online for pickup or delivery. Go get yourself a burger. Go get some food. Get some of their great drinks. Go to Mugshots Grill and Bar. And, for that game against Rice, January 3rd, doing a live Tigers Live because your boy's going to be home.
Let's go.
I'm coming home.
That's going to be our next one. That's going to be our next
family.
Yep.
Seeing y'all.
Absolutely.
Next Tigers Live, live Tigers Live, January 3rd, after the Rice game. We'll have our watch party and everything. So just come out, show up, support Tigers Live. Say what's up to me, Kenny, Roman, everyone at BCM. Watch the Tigers play against the Rice Owls on January 3rd.
Can't wait for that one. That one's going to be fun. Mugshots Grill and Bar out in Colleyville. Come check it out, man. We're going to have a good time out there. January 3rd against Rice University. We'll be watching it, and then we'll be doing a live Tigers Live from the restaurant.
Yes, sir.
So come hang out with us. All right, now let's get to the second half. Listen to everybody that's in the comment section. Y'all been in here for a minute now with us. We're highlighting and starring comments and just making sure we don't lose them. If you have questions, if you have thoughts, anything like that, please. The shows are fun. Francis and I can talk basketball, but this is really about y'all. This is about y'all being able to come in here and get things off your chest, say what you want to say, celebrate the Tigers. Listen, there has never been more of an instance of someone's YouTube handle being exactly what their comments are in the comment section. And that's Sunshine Girl 223. Memphis wasn't expected to even be close in this game, yet hosts are still complaining. Listen, my wife, I've been married now 15 years. And there's one phrase that she uses to describe me, and that's that I'm an old curmudgeon. All right. So it is par for the course for me to not be as happy sunshine as someone like Sunshine Girl. Shout out to you for being in the comment section. I promise you, we are happy people. We want to celebrate. We were here to celebrate this win tonight. But unfortunately, the Tigers lost 77-70 in overtime against number 13 ranked Vanderbilt. There's a lot that we can talk about. Like I said at the beginning of the end of the first segment, the first half was egregious basketball. There's just nothing else that we can say about it. It was bad basketball. The second half, it was crazy. I saw something. I saw somebody walk into the huddle of the Memphis Tigers like 2 minutes into the second half, and I don't know what they said, but I have a feeling that it was something like this. Come on.
No, I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. And if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Hell yeah. It must have been Coach Yost. Coach Yost walked up into that huddle and basically said, blitz them. Yep. Do not let them cross half court. Because, dude, something changed in that second half, bro.
Oh, man. Again, as you brought up Sunshine Girl, shout out to you. Thank you for being here, watching Tigers Live in the comment section. We're going to give it our fair criticisms when needed. The first half deserved all of the criticism that we just gave. But we haven't gotten to the second half yet. So let's talk about it. As you said, Kenny, that was an inspired second half from the
was.
Tigers. It was. It is what it is. It was an inspired second half. As you put the clip up, as I told you, it felt like they just made the decision. We're going to just press them the rest of the second half. Screw everything else. We're going to throw caution to the wind. We're going to make sure that they see us on ball as soon as they inbound the basketball. Yep. They will see 1, 2, sometimes 3 of us in their grill and make life hell when they just attempt to cross half court. And Kenny, it worked like a charm.
Yes, it did.
Vanderbilt played so much faster. They were sped up. It was like watching a game on times 10 speed whenever Vanderbilt had the basketball. Memphis's pressure was insanely effective today. I made note of it in my game notes. Memphis was, as we talked about with Roman, they were down by 11 points in the second half. They were down by 11 with about 18 minutes left in the second.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, Sincere gets fouled. And then he goes to the free throw line, and that was after a Zach Davis steal. He goes to the free throw line, hits both. Memphis is down 9. Memphis keeps that press up, and they just, again, like I was saying, speed Vanderbilt up. They forced them to play such careless basketball, take rushed, quick shots. They were just so careless with the ball, and Memphis was able to take advantage. Vanderbilt had 12 turnovers in the second half, Kenny.
Yeah.
12.
Well, we talk about all the time Penny making adjustments, and it wasn't like Vanderbilt was clicking on all cylinders in that first half, and the Tigers had to do something just to be able to stop the locomotive that Vanderbilt was in that first half. They were as equally as bad as the Tigers were in that first half. But Penny's big adjustment was less about what to do about Vanderbilt, and it was more about how do I engage my team? Like, how do I get them off of this coasting, whatever that is that they are doing? Because that had the potential to go really left very quick in that second half, down by 11 with 2 minutes out from the halftime. And just, it felt like Penny made the decision to start pressing in order to get the team just to engage in the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, in order to get the guys just to engage in the game. And it was a really good adjustment for Penny to do that because man for man, action for action, Vanderbilt was going to pull away in that game. But Penny literally just said, you know what, man, screw this. I'm going to just muck this game up, and I'm going to force Vanderbilt. I'm going to make them have to make really good decisions here, and Vanderbilt did not, right? They didn't.
Yeah. And you got to I've been a big proponent of Doug McDaniel being more aggressive as a scorer.
Yeah.
That's what he was in the second half. He was electric in the second half. Part of that was him using his speed to make Vanderbilt play faster. And then every time they forced a turnover, Doug would get the ball and just zoom right by, get to the rim, get fouled, or make the right pass and make a good decision. I know he had a lot of turnovers tonight. I know that he had 6 turnovers tonight. Memphis as a whole still had 20 turnovers, just like Vanderbilt did. So Memphis didn't do a great job taking care of the basketball either. But at some point, you kind of had to just take the good with the bad with when the game is played at that pace. Memphis wasn't going to beat Vanderbilt if they just played straight up, straight down, half-court game. They were not. They would have ran out of the gym if they just played a straight up, straight down, half-court game that had no freneticness to it, that had no pace to it, none of that chaos to the game. Memphis needed to make this game ugly to be in it. And they were a bucket away at the end from stealing an upset win against the number 13 ranked team in the entire country because they sped the game up, because they made the game ugly. They made it messy. And I know it's kind of like a buzzword that we hear in the past that, we may not be total fans of when announcers say this, but Memphis thrives in chaos. They always have. And when you are the less talented team like they were tonight, you need that chaos to pull off these types of upsets. You need that chaos in all sports, at basketball, football, soccer, anything. You need some chaoticness to pull off big upsets. And Memphis was right there. Memphis was right there at the end. And I love the point you made, Kenny, about the press made Memphis be more engaged just mentally. Because even when Vanderbilt beat the press and did get into their half-court sets, Memphis's defense was much better.
Yeah.
I mean, we know how bad Memphis's half-court defense looked against Louisville. It was awful. They gave up way too many open threes, and it was game over from the jump because Memphis' half-court defense was terrible. But today, their half-court defense was much more connected. They did a much better job switching, their timing, the rotations. They closed hard. I know Bradshaw fouled out, but I talked about it when we were live. I thought Aaron Bradshaw had one of his best defensive games.
Yeah. Just
pure energy, effort on defense. He switched really well. He actually guarded the perimeter at a decent level tonight. You know, there are positives to take away. It's like I'm as you said, Kenny, shout to everyone in the comment section. We're seeing all the comments. It's always personally funny to me because after the Louisville game, there are people who want us to crash out and be negative. Like, where's the negativity? You deserve to be negative here. And then a game today, when we mention some bad things, now people want us to be positive. Like, and I think there's a balance. You know, there's a balance to it. You can't just look at this loss and be totally depressed. You can't just be super sad. You can't because of that second half. You have to take some positives out of that game in the second half. That's how I feel, Kenny.
Well, I'll say this. Like, one of the things that Penny has talked about in press conferences, and you didn't hear him do this much last year because he really didn't have to. But Penny is as open and as honest about his team and how they play more than any coach that I've ever heard. Right? Like, he's just that's the way he is. And he's talked about it, and he's talked about it numerous times, even in the last couple of weeks, that one of the issues that he's had is getting guys to buy in, to play with the effort level they need to play with. Yeah. And I think one of the big takeaways that I would say that I liked about the second half, the big adjustment that Penny made, is that it felt like the guys responded to it, right? Like, and so it was a certain group of guys that responded to it. There's one guy in particular that does not respond to anything, and he drives me crazy, and he might be my most disliked Tiger of all time. I'm not going to say his name.
Y'all know who it is, though.
I'll probably say his name, but it won't be about him, if that makes sense. So, like, Coach Hardaway did such a great job of making an adjustment in that second half, and I liked that the Tigers – the guys that were out there that played the bulk minutes of that second half absolutely responded to that. And so, as much as Penny has said, and it frustrates me that he's still saying this, I'm trying to get to know my team. I'm trying to get my 8 guys. I'm trying to get my 5 guys. He's played 12 different starting lineups this year. He didn't even have 5 guys yet. But I think, based on that adjustment that he made in the second half to press, and what he's doing, like what he did, the response that he got from 5 specific guys, I am hoping that moving forward, those are the guys that get the bulk minutes, right? But hey, we got a surprise, bro. We got a surprise. Lost and found decor. Your favorite person at PCM is here. Trey Leslie from Tigers Untapped. What's up, man?
Trey!
Guys, I thought we won in regulation.
So did I.
I ran screaming to the parking garage before I realized it was in overtime.
No way.
Did they let you back in?
I didn't get all the way out the door. I stopped because I heard an older couple was like, "Oh, should we go back in?" And I was like, "What? Go back in?
Why would we go back in?"
And then I saw that it was 62-62, and I was like, "Wow."
Lost Found Decor, so happy you're here. She
shout out to Lost Found.
Yes.
Oh goodness gracious, my heart's broken.
Trey,
I thought we had it. Our net was going to skyrocket if we won that game. You know that, right?
So who gives a shit? Sorry.
I mean, we were going to skyrocket in the net.
How you feeling, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, you were in the arena.
You were there.
Yeah, the first half sucked a lot.
Just
for a variety of reasons. I'm not sure that Vanderbilt's very good, by the way.
No, like, and that's the thing.
They may be the worst 11-0 basketball team in the history of college basketball.
And that's what we were saying. Like, we're getting blasted for not being excited. I'm like, that first half was egregious basketball by both teams.
I had a men's league game on Sunday that was more pleasing to the eye than the first half of.
Well, if you were out
How many
there,
points
that's
you dropped?
obvious.
We're
How
not
many
going
points
to
you dropped?
discuss. We're not going to discuss the details of the game. That game also went into overtime, by the way.
Did y'all win or lose?
We lost.
Did you foul a lot and shoot and let the other team shoot a bunch of free throws?
No. They had a guy that had one of the weirdest, glitchiest shots ever. He kept making some threes out of nowhere. Anyway, second half was much better. Crowd got into it. I feel like the team started playing a lot harder. I mean, and we've been talking about lineups all year, and you saw it, right? We found 5 guys that went on that run, ended up getting up by like 5, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not going to say that you can play a 5-man lineup for all 20 minutes, but then we start making some questionable decisions substitution-wise, and we lose momentum.
What was the one? What decision was made substitution-wise that is it? I don't want to say his name, but
I don't care. I'm not going to try to be ugly. This is legitimately after what happened tonight. I would never play Ashton Hardaway again.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
There was a sequence of a loose ball at midcourt.
Oh, me and Francis were texting about it. I can't repeat what I said.
I've never seen such a lack of effort in my life. And look, I'm not one to say that you need, like, there are obviously moments where diving on the floor doesn't make any sense. But given like the momentum shift in that arena and what, like, that's literally the difference in winning and losing is a play like that. And I don't know, just like the effort that I saw, I'm like, all right, he does, like, to me, that tells me that he doesn't care about winning.
I've said this many times, y'all, and y'all know, I've said this many times. There's nothing that Ashton Hardaway does that makes him worthy of playing time. He's not a good dribbler. He's not that good of a shooter. Like, he misses open threes constantly. I feel like the only threes he makes is if it's contested. But if he'll get wide open threes and it's a brick, so he can't shoot, he can't defend, he can't rebound, and he doesn't give you effort. So what's the point?
I'm not from like missing shots and different stuff like I mean, it is what it is. Guys are going to miss shots, right, and go through slumps. It's like that effort is inexcusable.
Yeah.
Especially because that's how the team got back in the game, was through total blitzkrieg effort.
And I've tried to listen to what you guys are saying, but can we freaking utilize that press more, please?
Yeah.
Vanderbilt, that is one thing I will say. They had come into this game. They were a team that was taking very good care of the basketball. And I don't know what we ended up forcing, but it was close to 20 turnovers.
It was 20.
It was 20. 20
and let's be honest. We've seen what our half-court offense looks like multiple times, and it is not very good. I'm not saying we won't be able to get to a point where it looks functional and flows and they play well together in the half court. But right now, our best offense is creating havoc, turnovers, and getting out of the break. Like, utilize it more.
Yeah. Did you think? I mean, that is how they got back into the game, and obviously,
absolutely,
the Hassan.
I mean, it totally flipped the game. We were down 11 within the first 60 seconds of the second half.
Yeah, there's 18 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
the
part of it that was so egregious to me is like, and I keep using the word egregious. I'm sorry. I get stuck on a word and I keep using it. That's the thing that was the most frustrating for me about that play specifically that you're talking about, the diving on the floor, is that you have been sitting on the bench for a large portion of the second half, seeing what the guys have been doing out there, the level of intensity they're playing with. And then you come out and you like pitter patter at the ball while you're standing over it like this to try to get it.
I'm not joking. I thought he had a back injury the way that he bent over to try to pick the basketball up.
Yeah.
You know who would have been all over the floor?
Tedford.
My dude, Tedford. Bad.
But see, here's the thing about it. Like, it's like if there were some additional things that were being added to the game by young Hardaway, then I would say, like, okay, I can give you not diving on the floor for that ball. He shot 0 for 0 tonight. Didn't shoot a single time. Had 1 assist and 1 rebound and 1 block in the game.
No,
like
There's that possession. There was that possession, Kenny. We were texting about this when Ashton, like it was under 8 minutes to go. They run a set. They just forced a shot clock violation on Vanderbilt. The crowd's hype, ready to go. Like another chance for Memphis to build on their lead. And they swing. Ashton gets the ball. He dribbles to the middle of the floor. And he has a dude who's shorter than him just rise up and shoot the ball. But instead he keeps dribbling and just kills the possession, kicks it out to Sincere, who does nothing. And like, you just killed that possession. Like, dude, do something. It is so irritating to watch him play basketball.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you though, like this is the roster, the guys that started that comeback that I thought really deserve to be talked about, and not anybody else, is Doug, Sincere, Hassan, Aaron, Tarek, and then Quante Berry was involved in that. It's those guys that absolutely brought this team back. And so I look at it and I go, like, again, one of the big positives that I'm taking away from this game is that it is clear Penny has said he's had trouble having dudes buy in. Maybe it's a few guys that aren't buying in, guys that you thought coming into the season would be contributors for you that aren't. Okay. And that's fine. Put them off to the wayside. And let's go with Doug, Sincere, Hassan, Aaron, Tarek, and Quante. And then when Givens gets back and Julius gets back, we have that conversation. But it's like, those guys responded, Trey. They responded to what Penny did in the second half. They were playing sleepwalking, playing terribly. The effort wasn't there when Zach was out there, when Ashton was out there, when Simon was out there, when those guys, the effort wasn't there. The energy wasn't there. But those six did it.
And you know what it was?
What?
It's finding a lineup and giving them the opportunity to play an extended period of time together. Like, people keep talking about not buying in. What the hell are they buying into? Starting one game and then having a DNP the next? Like, how I don't understand how you can buy into, like, I've been a part of teams where roles aren't defined and you don't, like, this was our 10th game. We have had 8 different starting lineups in 10 games. That is absurd. Find a rotation and stick with it. Like, I can buy in and I'll get over not being a starter. If I know I'm getting 8 to 10 minutes every night, I'll go out there and give you everything I have for those 8 to 10 minutes. But when I'm starting and playing 25 minutes one night, and then Simon Jacques tonight gets 1 minute, like, I mean, it's so difficult to buy in to a team mentality or anything when you don't know where you stand night to night. Like, what am I going to play tonight? Am I going to get 25 minutes or am I going to play 1 minute? You know, like, I don't know. You got to come into it's also this point of the season. Like, you should know who your starting 5 is before the season starts. And then you can kind of, if things are close, figure out your next 3 or 4 off the bench as the season progresses along, or situationally, right? Like, if somebody's having foul trouble or you have some injuries, like, adjust it from there. But I don't know, just to constantly change lineups and as quickly as we do, like, it's hard for dudes to get in a rhythm and get comfortable playing with one another when they're playing with a different 4 guys every single night, multiple times a night, right? Like, I don't know. And I think that was just a glimpse of it tonight. You went with, and that was kind of the same thing in the Baylor game, right? That second half was the same. We had a 5-man lineup that played a majority of the second half.
Yeah.
And that won you the game.
Shout out to everybody that's in the comment section. We have 471 people watching the show right now. Shout out to UT Grizz. This is the Tigers, the Memphis Tigers live post game. But apparently Jock is so bad at knowing who to stick with on transition D, and Sed has been great, but these clutch time turnovers are tough. The Grizzlies are playing right now. Check out post game bounce immediately after the Grizzlies get done playing. That will be live. But shout out UT Grizz. Keep throwing them in here, man. Y'all keep throwing those comments in here because I've got the game on in my side over here, so I'm watching it right now.
Well, Trey, let me ask you, man. It's obvious that Penny's still learning. It's now, like you said, now 10 games in, he's still trying to learn this roster. How much grace are you willing to give him, considering it's a brand new team, all new guys? Like, do you think it should be figured out by now, his rotations and everything, considering what's going through?
Yes. I mean, we should figure it out before conference play starts. Like, what, you got 2 more weeks?
Yeah.
Let's get a set starting 5. Hopefully Curtis and Thetford are back by then, and you got 8 or 9 you've identified, and you roll with it. And just let them play. Like, you got to roll with those guys extended period of time, like, I don't know. We got to stop at the chaotic switching starting lineups every single night.
Yeah. Every time I see like a hockey substitution where it's a brand new 5 in, subbing in a full 5 out, that always makes me upset. Like, what are we doing with that? There's no point in that.
Mass Gaining guy asked, should Penny Hardaway be fired or resign? What up, cuz? Come on. Can we go see? Can we go see on this? Like, none of the above? Like, what are we talking about? By the way, I'm not going to talk trash to you because your YouTube picture is pretty impressive. But nah, man, like, Penny Hardaway should be fired or shouldn't resign. That's his choice, right? Like, that's what he gets to choose if he wants to resign or not. But
I did have a lot. I had left at this point, but I had several people texting me that he looked super defeated on the broadcast.
Yeah, I could.
Well, I mean, especially in overtime. Yeah, he looked defeated in overtime just because of all the dumbass fouls that his players.
I'll say this too, and I'm not trying to be like ugly about the team. It's the roster construction doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I think you have a few pieces that could work really well together, but you're just missing. There's just like glaring holes. We have no shooting ability.
Right.
We have nobody that can really handle the ball outside of Doug.
Yep.
And that's
I'm starting to actually see the Sincere, like, we came into this year like Sincere's numbers look pretty good. Why did he not get as much run at McNeese? Well, now I can see it because he can be a black hole at times and he's a little bit out of control. And
he doesn't pass.
Anyway, that with the roster, there's holes in it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't feel like. I mean, some of that is waiting on PJ and Dane. So there's that there. But also, several of these guys came from losing programs. And I think we've seen that in several of these games. I mean, especially the Wake Forest game. We talked about Ashton not diving on the floor. The foul down 2 with 35 seconds left. That's all losing plays. We're not right now, and I'm not saying they can't get there, but like the Michigan teams that Doug played on were probably the worst Michigan teams in 30 years.
Yeah.
And then he played on a Kansas State team last year that was not good. I mean, I don't think anybody on this roster's played an NCAA tournament game besides Sincere.
Yeah, no, that's
so
true.
Like you can there's plays that are being made, and that's something I think you can fix, but it's not surprising some of the stuff that happens down the stretch in some of these games that's cost us games. When you really look at the programs they've come from that weren't. I mean, that Michigan team for Doug won like 6 games or something because Juan Howard was trying to fight people on the sidelines, and I mean that was a mess. I'm glad we're not there, but
yeah, no, I mean, do you look at the games where against good teams where they've been close? The Wake Forest game, just dreadful execution, dreadful. Like I know Penny is like, oh, that's on Penny, and I agreed with Penny. Kenny, we agreed that was on Penny, but at the same time, you're a D1 college basketball player. You're D1. Like why did Zach Davis shoot that shot in that moment? How do you not realize?
I forgot about. Why would you remind me about that rebound?
Sorry, but like, why would you shoot that? And then Doug, you're again a Division I ball player who's been playing for a while. You should know to miss that free throw. You should just know that. Like, it shouldn't take your coach to tell you to miss that free throw. You should just know to. Like, just little things. And another game, same thing tonight. Close game against a good team. And God, that overtime was terrible. What a word that I want to say. What were those fouls? Like, those were so stupid.
Zach's fouls were terrible. I mean, just
oh my God,
really bad, really low IQ fouls.
Yeah. And I know we started fouling because we were down late, but did y'all see the free throw differential in overtime?
Yeah, it was
they shot 13-0. We didn't shoot a single free throw, and they shot 13 free throws.
Yeah, because it was just pathetic execution. And the offense looked awful too. I don't know how many turnovers Memphis had in overtime, but the offense looked bad.
Yeah.
And then the defense, he just kept fouling. Like, I'm with you, Trey. It's sometimes
Also,
you are who you
we
are
gotta
sometimes.
get Aaron, and Aaron is tall enough that literally, if he just stood with his arms straight up in the air, he would impact shots. He doesn't even have to try to block them. Just stand as tall as you can, straight up. Make them shoot over you. You got to be like almost 11 feet tall with your hands all the way up.
Yep. I will say Aaron makes me laugh sometimes with what he does on the floor, because there was that one defensive possession where he did go vertical and then he forced the bad shot, and then he like ran down the floor with his hands up for like the whole time running down the floor. Aaron's like, I did it. I was vertical.
I know. And then he fouled out because he was.
And then he fouled out. Yeah.
This way.
I'll say this about Aaron: as bad as his start to the season was, and as inconsistent as he is, the one thing you're going to get out of him is absolute effort at all times. Like, and you cannot say the same for a large portion of this Tigers team. You just don't get that, right? But Coach Wayne Kelly is back in the fold.
What's up, Coach?
Shout out, Coach, man. It's good to have you back in here. Still trying to figure out who Aaron Bradshaw tricked into believing he's a good basketball player. Gentlemen, what's up?
Wait, somebody told me on the broadcast, they said that Penny's been fining Bradshaw his NIL. I didn't know that was a thing. I love that.
Oh, I love that too. But can I say so that was Dane, your boy Dane Bradshaw, Trey, that said that. He was doing the broadcast. Former White Station Spartan.
White Station.
Big time Memphis high school basketball.
Former
player.
receiver of a Joey Dorsey elbow to the dome.
Yes.
Can you imagine taking a Joey Dorsey elbow? Goodness gracious,
dude! He said he had a quote that kind of went under the radar a little bit that I think is very concerning to me.
Tonight,
yeah, on the broadcast they were talking about the shoot-arounds for Vanderbilt and Memphis, and
I don't want to hear. I don't just stop. I'm leaving. I don't want to hear this.
And he said that Mark Byington, I think is his name, the Vanderbilt coach, that his shoot around was extremely disciplined, and like they were stopping and coaching and boom, 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 boom. He described Penny Hardaway's shoot around this morning as kindergarten level.
And he's gone.
I did not like that.
Nope.
He said he goes,
that's also like what.
Screw Dane Bradshaw.
I mean, we've heard that shit since Calipari year. All the BS, and we just roll the basketball out. Like, whatever, get out of here. Who cares?
Dane Bradshaw can kiss my whole ass. But I don't like that he said that, if that's true. But
I also don't care how structured and disciplined their shoot around is, because they came out and they looked just as ass in the first half. So they're might as well have been a kindergarten shoot around.
Yeah.
What a stupid comment.
I hate Dane Bradshaw. All right. Hey, real quick, though. Trey, you were at the game tonight. I saw something posted in the Bluff City Media Discord, which you can join if you go to the Bluff City Media, Bluff City _media on Twitter. There's a link, Discord link. Press that link. You can join our Discord. Trey's in there. Francis is in there. I'm in there. We have a bunch of people in there having a good time, talking a gang of stuff in there all the time. A lot of fun. A screenshot was posted in there that I wanted to just discuss for a second, because the crowd seemed pretty good tonight. Was it crowded, or was it pretty empty? What was it like in there?
I mean, it was probably equivalent to the Baylor. I mean, it wasn't. I don't know what number off the top of my head. It was a late arriving crowd. Anytime it's a weekday at 6 o'clock. I left Germantown at 5:15, and I walked into my seat at the under 12-minute timeout. That's how long it took me to get there.
Oh,
yeah,
that's disgusting. You've talked about this on Tigers on Tap, which you can watch at 3:30 p.m. on Tuesdays every week with you and TJ Willis. The best Tigers podcast in the land. And that's not just my personal opinion. That has been nationally ranked. The Tigers on Tap podcast is nationally ranked as the #1 Memphis Tigers podcast in all the land. 3:30 p.m. on Tuesdays. You can check it out. But you've talked about the price of the tickets in the past couple of weeks. And somebody went in and tried to purchase tickets for the Vanderbilt game today. And I wanted to show this. Hold on. Wrong one. There it is. Nope, that's not it either. There it is. All right. Level C, Section C5, row K, seat 9.
Whew.
$88.85 for a ticket. The price range is between $25 and $342 for tickets to the games, for single tickets. Is it a thing? Like, I really would like to know, and I want to sit down with Ed Scott and ask him and talk to him about it, but is there a reason why Memphis Tiger basketball tickets are more expensive than Memphis Grizzlies basketball tickets? Like, just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Is there a reason that's the case? Or is it really all like rev share stuff? They're trying to get the revenue up so they can have more money to pay players. Like, is that what it is?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
Because it's absurd how much money it costs to go to Tigers games right now.
It really, I mean, yes, it is. And that's why it certainly doesn't help the crowds. And I don't know what it is relative to other schools. I can't imagine they're that high, but like, I don't know. I don't know what you do, because you have all those people that do have well, I say all, the numbers are going down, but you've got those people that are paying high dollar for season tickets. So, I mean, you can't start charging $30 for a lower bowl, because then you're going to lose your season ticket purchasers. They're just going to, I'll just buy $30 tickets every night. Yep. So I don't know. I mean, they're starting to try some stuff. I got an email maybe Monday, and I don't know who they sent this to, but it was like an alumni discount where I could buy a lower bowl ticket for $25.
Oh,
so they're at least starting to do some things. Again, I don't know how many people that went out to. I don't know if that's because I'm a co-host of the #1 Tigers podcast in the entire world.
I think that
may have something to do with it.
That's why.
No. Don't
but
say yourself
they're at least
short.
starting to try. But they need to do something, like, and I'm sure has to do with our budget and them trying to get the money back. Like, but they need to adjust. I know that last season, at least like club level terrorists, they did adjust and price fluctuation. I think my parents' tickets, they sit in the Pinnacle club seats, and I don't think it was quite half, but they came down by a significant amount. But I don't know. I don't know what to do, but they got to do something about it if they want people in there.
Yeah. Well, and I want to say this before we get out of here. Don't sell yourself short. You're not the co-host of the Tigers on Tap podcast. You're the host of the Tigers on Tap podcast.
We are well on our way there.
TJ is
We're not quite there yet, but
he's shaky at best. Shaky.
I mean, we'll just say it this way. TJ's watching the Survivor finale tonight, and I'm not sure that he watched a single second of our basketball game. So I'm not sure how we're going to talk about this on Monday.
I'll be there with you.
It's probably going to be Kenny and I carrying the conversation. The most exciting thing that TJ is going to be looking forward to is that picture that I got with me and Huff Daddy at the game.
Oh, nice.
Great picture.
Yeah, it was good.
Great picture.
And by the way, that was the loudest it was in the forum in the first half was when they introduced him.
Yes. Lost Found Decor agrees. You are the host of the Tigers on Tap podcast. I love it. All right, Francis, let's get out of here, man. We've been here for an hour and 17 minutes. The Grizzlies,
I hadn't had dinner. I'm going to get Mugshots. Y'all are the best. I'm out.
Do it.
Hey, the Grizzlies just won 116-110. So that means post-game bounce is going live right now. So go click out of this. Click over on post-game bounce and talk Grizzlies if you watched any of that and you want to hear what the guys have to say about that. But shout out to you, Francis. You're the man.
Yeah, appreciate all y'all tuning into Tigers Live. Kenny, Trey, thank you, Trey, for joining the show. You're the man. Everyone check out Tigers Untapped. Up next, as you put on the screen here, is Mississippi State this Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Time. I'll ask the clickbaity question, Kenny. Is it a must-win?
Oh, they have to win this game. Yes. Mississippi State's not very good. Josh Hubbard's been playing his ass off. He's been injured, but now he's back. He played really well last night. But they should absolutely win this. They should be able to beat Mississippi State. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be here because Christian Fowler, the host of the On the Bluff podcast on BCM, is getting married on Saturday. And so I'm going to be in Oxford celebrating with him and his beautiful wife or future wife, Anna Ruth. My wife and I are going to be there hanging out with him. So Francis will be here.
Yes,
we're gonna get him some help. So y'all come hang out with Francis and those gorgeous hair that gorgeous hair.
Yeah, y'all come keep me company, everybody. Come tune in Tigers Live after Mississippi State Saturday afternoon. Win or lose, we'll be right here talking about Memphis Tigers basketball. I agree with you, Kenny. It's a must-win to me.
Yep.
So let's see if the Tigers can continue the momentum they got in the second half, do a better job executing down the stretch, and go on the road, beat an SEC squad, and get a needed win for the Memphis Tigers before they go into Alabama State, I think, right? Is after
Mississippi State. They have the chance if they beat Mississippi State and they beat Alabama State, they have a shot to go 500 in non-conference, which is listen, at this point is awesome. That's what I want.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. All y'all tuning in to Tigers Live, thank y'all so much. Everybody in the comments, y'all are the best. Thank y'all for rocking with us. All y'all tuning in, thank you for watching Tigers Live. I'm Francis Carlotta for Kenny Stubblefield, Roman Cleary, and Trey Lastly. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Thank you for watching this episode of Tigers Live. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.